Country analysis for market entry. Research in Thailand, China, and the Philippines. Introduction. Hello, my name is Lastasia Thomas. Our boss asked several managers to pull together as a team to provide a business analysis for a firm that is a newcomer to foreign trade. He asked us to provide a report and make a recommendation as to the best country to enter based on a business analysis. The firm produces a new generation cell phone that is doing very well in the North American market and wants to try another market if it's proven to be lucrative. Allow me to introduce our team of managers. We have Lastasia L. Thomas, Arkansas State University, General Business, MBA graduate student. Mariah V. Hunt, insurance agent, who's from Atlanta, Georgia, Arkansas State University, graduate student. Leslie G. Walker, administrative assistant, who's from Byron, Mississippi, hospitality management, graduate student. Georgette L.D., who's a casino service manager at Waterview Casino and Hotel. Verrick McBride, who's a teacher in Vicksburg Intermediate School. Asia has 48 countries, and we researched three of the countries as potential locations for launching a new cell phone, Generation X. The countries we researched were China, the Philippines, Thailand. We will share with you our analysis on all three countries and how we arrived at selecting China as the country to launch new phone Generation X. Thailand wasn't a good choice because of various reasons, even though it has 90 million mobile subscriptions among its 66 million people, and the smartphone penetration rate is 36%, up 17% from last year. It still is no match for China. While mobile forms a key part of how Thai consumers access digital services, the majority of this do not take place through mobile network data. 56% do not use their cell phones for data or internet. 39% do, and those remaining only access data via Wi-Fi networks. The top three features smartphone owners uses on their phones are taking photos, videos, listening to music, or playing games. Even though the smartphone market has the potential to explode in Thailand, it's still no match for China. Only 36% of Thais own a smartphone. As for mobile wallets, about 1 in 2 Thais, 49% say they simply don't need this service. Well, why not the Philippines? The Philippines would not be a good country because of the following facts, and those facts are: the Philippines is the third largest country that uses cell phones in Southeast Asia. Total consumer population of cell phone users are 106,987,098, meaning 30.4% of its population uses smartphones in 2017. 90% of China's population uses smartphones. China has more than a billion smartphone users simply because that's where most smartphones originated, such as Apple iPhone, iPad, Apple Watches, etc. Low penetration of smartphones. The reason why the mobile market is increasing because the cell phones being purchased are cheap quality, making the mobile devices more affordable but are not a great quality. The marketing strategy will generate 40% brand awareness within the consumer target market, generate 50% brand awareness within the business target market by the end of next year. Create a multimedia brand building campaign that differentiates the product from competition. Design a product for the Chinese market to attract Chinese customers. The colors available will be black, red, gold, and white. Some models will feature small 8s on them since the Chinese consider the number 8 to be lucky. Pricing strategy. Our pricing strategy objectives are to achieve a profit within 2 years of introducing the first phase of Generation X. We will use a penetration pricing strategy and will market the phone at a price lower than our competitors' wholesale and retail. Once the product has become well known and desired by the Chinese market, we can gradually raise the price. The demand will be there, and more than likely, the citizens will pay a higher fee to keep getting the product they desire. Because the smartphone market is so dynamic and unpredictable, we are tracking competitive products and prices from Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, Huawei, and Xiaomi on a daily basis and will be ready to adjust our wholesale prices as needed once the first model has been launched. This chart shows the predicted sales forecast. The question is, will there be a profit in the first year? No, it will not be, because you will see a profit until the third year. You won't see a profit until the third year. Financial analysis. Total number of smartphone shipments in China from 2012 to 2016 was 467.3 million. Annual growth in smartphone sales volume in China was 4.8%. Value of smartphone sales in China from 2013 to 2017 was 154.3 million. The number of mobile phone penetration rate in China 2006 to 2016 was 77.3%. Share of mobile phone users that have a smartphone in China from 2013 to 2019 will be 53.3%. China's overall population of people 1.385.6 million, making it the largest country unlike Thailand and the Philippines. Wages in China have increased steadily over the last decade, 10% each and every year. Between 1995 and 2013, annual income of urban households in China has grown from 4,279 to 29,547 yuan a year. Statistics show that cities throughout China's minimum went from 11 yuan to 18.70 as of September 28, 2017, making the launch of our cell phone to be more successful than in the other two countries. This chart here shows our sales in Chinese markets. Apple is the odd one out in China's smartphone market. Generation X phone retail price of $179 will fall into the pricing sector with other phones and offer more. Advertising and promotion. China is the world's second largest advertising market with consistent double-digit growth in which its market value reached more than 80 billion in 2016. Internet ad spending is now rapidly outpacing TV ad spending. By 2018, internet advertising that will be spent in China will be over three times the size of TV advertising spent. This trend puts China ahead of the global trend as advertising travels online. Just to name a few sources of advertising and promotion sources that will be used are billboards, social media, and discounts. The IT analysis. The global smartphone market is highly dynamic. Smartphones did not exist until 20 years ago. It is estimated that the number of smartphone users worldwide has reached more than 2 billion in 2016. In September 2017, about 1.39 billion mobile phone subscriptions had been registered in China. The figure to the right shows the number of mobile cell phone subscriptions in China from September 2016 to September 2017 in millions. Why our team chose China? We chose China because China has a diversified communication system that links all parts of the country by internet with over 730,723,960 users. Fixed line telephone with about 206.624 million subscribers. Telegraph, radio, and television. Mobile communications with about 1,364.934 million subscribers, remains the most profitable sector in China's telecommunications service industry and accounts for 47% of the total industry revenue. Nearly half of all China's e-commerce sales, totaling 505.7 billion, are made with mobile devices. China has the world's largest mobile phone market. We also chose China because smartphones are a ubiquitous part of modern life, and now nearly half of humanity is connected through such devices. China has the world's largest mobile phone market. China is projected to become the second largest global economy by 2020 and steadily increase thereafter. This growth is enhanced by rising incomes, rapidly changing demographics, and increased consumer spending. These factors are playing a role in attracting Western businesses. China has an estimated population of 1,379,302,771 people and a land mass larger than that of the United States. GDP purchasing power parity 21.29 trillion. This chart shows population in China that's in billions. This chart here shows China's income in trillions. Generation X will have features and functions that deliver a number of benefits highly valued by the target segments. Our proprietary 13 megapixel primary camera on rear, for example, will be more than any in competing models, offering a 20 megapixel front shooter for selfies, powered by 3000 mAh removable battery, which will carry a 3-year warranty, unprecedented in this country. It will run 8.0 Android operating system and iOS operating system on the backside. In addition, it will allow buyers to customize their phones to select specific features to be built into their phones, meeting their individual needs. This alone will set us apart from all smartphones on the market. It will also consist of Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, USB OTG, 3G, 4G, and LTE. As it relates to the Generation X smartphone, the wireless communication is regulated by the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, Physical Equipment, Generation X smartphone, networking, operating systems, applications, software, storage, information. As it relates continuing applications, software come with some pre-installed applications, ability to download other apps like games, GPS, utilities, and other tools. The storage will consist of 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, micro SD card slot for additional external storage, cloud storage up to 100 gigabytes. Information includes file data, multimedia, web data, and telephony data, GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB OTG, different types of telecommunications, China Mobile, China Unicom, and China Telecom, with China Unicom being the largest telecommunications company in China, has over 100 million subscribers. China is also ranked as being the 98th of 200 in the world for having the fastest internet services in the world, average speed 3.8 Mbps. With our cell phone being launched in China, it has the better chances of the Chinese to be able to use their phones without service. Distribution of the product. Typical retail outlets because of how it enhances customer rapport, greater inventory options, and greater sales potential. Middlemen intermediaries because consumers are willing and able to purchase products. They ensure that the distribution channel between the producer and the consumer is complete. Distribution of the product, where and how. Shenzhen, Wuhan, Suzhou, And the others that are listed that I did not call will offer strong commercial opportunities for foreign companies across the range of sectors. The retail operations center will be placed in each of these cities with the largest distribution center in China. Of course, the entire supply chain will be in China. We thank you for your time and hope that our information was informative and helpful and that it will assist in your decision to launch your product in China.